Good morning and welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Linda Fontaine, and my special guest today is Bertina Dew, the Executive Director of the Kingsport Ballet. And I love it when she comes on the show because she's passionate about what she does and they always put on great productions. How you doing, Bertina?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's going on? We've had a crazy year. Things are so different. You had to do things completely different with COVID. And now, is that still continuing, or how's it going? And tell me about your latest production. You got all kinds of stuff to talk to me about.
Yeah, we do. Catching up. We have a lot going on. Things have almost normalized in the sense that, you know, our enrollment for fall and for this school year has been really good, better than the year before, in fact.
Nice.
We have, of course, in-person students and online students, a few, a small minority of students who are still online, who remained that way through the summer and then into fall. We were able to stage our production of Nutcracker in December at Niswonger Performing Arts Center, and that was live streamed only, but it was a huge success in that the school performance live stream, which is normally free of charge to students, was live streamed to over 4,000, so it's like 4,500 students throughout the whole region got to see the performance free of charge. So, and from the comfort of their own school, basically, is how that worked.
We were probably able to reach more people that way too.
Yes, absolutely. For the student performance, absolutely. So that's we count as a huge success. Of course, we didn't have the turnout in the audience and the seats, obviously, because it was only live streamed for the public performances. But now we're very, very excited to be able to stage Coppelia next weekend, once again at Niswonger Performing Arts Center, to in-person audience. And so we're going to have two public performances, Friday night the 16th and Saturday matinee the 17th, and both will have in-person audiences. Of course, very distanced. We have to skip rows of seats and then essentially kill 3 seats to either side of each group of attendees. So very limited seating, but we still have tickets available, and we would love to have everybody there.
Well, tell us the best way for people to purchase tickets.
So the best way is to call us at to Kingsport Ballet 423-378-3967, because we with the distancing and the kind of juggling of seats and all of that must happen. That is the best way. So, but people can also email us, and we will call them back if we, get their contact information. So, and the email is kingsportballet@gmail.com. So super easy, and
people can always just Google it too. Anymore, you just Google Kingsport Ballet, and you can get all the information right there, the phone number, the email, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they can't really buy them online, so they really need to call.
Right. The live stream tickets can be bought online. So if you just go to our website and you see the Coppelia information,
okay, that's good.
It's very detailed. Live stream, you can just click on the link and purchase your own tickets online. But then obviously for in-person attendance, you'll call us, and we.
And how much are tickets?
Tickets all seats are $20. So that is one major change of, the kind of post-COVID or during COVID world, in that we, because of the limited seating, all seats are the same price, as opposed to the discounts for seniors and children and all of that, since we have fewer seats.
Well, that makes it easy too.
It's easier
to remember. $20, got it.
It is easier in that regard too.
Well, tell me a little bit about Coppelia, if I said that correctly. You told me before we started 25 years since you guys have had this production.
Yes. So Coppelia was one of the last productions staged by our founding director, Karen Gibbons Brown, here at Kingsport Ballet, or when it was Kingsport Gila Ballet, State of Franklin Dance Alliance. That was in 1995. In fact, that was the year we moved here. Coppelia was the ballet being staged. Clearly now with Valeria Siniavskaya being the director since 2002, a lot of things have changed, and this is the first time that we're staging Coppelia under her directorship. So of course everything is different. The sets, the costumes, even the choreography, because we're following the Bolshoi staging, essentially, Bolshoi Ballet staging. So it's really exciting. We of course were aiming to stage this last March. I don't know if you remember.
I do, because it sounded familiar. I'm like, I thought they did this.
Right. So,
okay.
So, and I think it was right after my chat with you.
Yes.
Like a few days later,
everything
quarantine.
shut down.
Yeah. Right. So we had started building sets and that sort of thing then, and of course updating costumes and everything. So we've continued that on and are now just about ready to put everything on the stage next week. So,
well, can you give us a little story, a little background about what this ballet is all about? Sure.
So Coppelia is the name of a doll. Dr. Coppelius is an eccentric toy maker in a town called Galicia in Eastern Europe. And he makes life-size dolls. The story is based on actually the old automaton constructions that were made, mechanical things that were created back in the, I think it was the late 1800s, somewhere in there. So that's what the ballet story is based on. But in any case, so he creates this doll, very lifelike, beautiful doll, who he names Coppelia. And the village boy sees her. She sits in her balcony every day reading a book. And the village boy falls in love with her. She's so real looking and so beautiful, he falls in love with her, but he's already betrothed to someone else.
Oh, yeah.
So as with many ballet stories, that whole tangled thing
Gotta have
happens.
the love story.
So, but lots of fun. There's a lot of comic scenes, and it's a really fun family ballet.
That sounds so cool. I like that. That sounds like a really neat little fun story to have everybody go to. Nice and light. So tell me a little bit about what's going on with the rest of the year. What do you guys have planned?
Sure. So, our Ballet and Bubbly fundraiser, which you have been
You're
involved
doing it this year?
In the past. Well, that's a really great question. We're definitely doing the virtual silent auction.
Okay.
So instead of doing that in person, we will be doing that online. So there will be 1 week's worth of time from May 1 through May 8th where you can purchase a huge variety of items online to benefit our educational programs. So that's the plan for that year, and for that event rather. And of course the 2 May spring concert performances are still in line, and our summer intensive the last 3 weeks of June. Everything is essentially still on the schedule. So
but so far the rest of the stuff you just kind of have up in the air, whether they'll be in person, if people can go to them, if they'll be back to, we don't know yet, do we?
The only thing that is that way is whether or not we would have a Ballet and Bubbly actual in-person party.
Okay.
So, but everything else is planned as in-person events.
But you can also do them virtually too.
Yes, that's
I
correct.
knew the Coppelia was in person, but I didn't know about.
Right.
You still have to do the distancing and the separating and things like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so that's probably an important reason why people have to get their tickets ahead, because you have to. It's more particular than usual, that the way you have to do the seating and everything.
Right, and of course will be required to wear masks. The audience members will be wearing masks, but other than that, it'll for some people it'll be their first theater experience in a year.
Yeah, it's true. That is absolutely true. And the Ballet and Bubbly, I love that event every year. I can't wait till we can do it in person again. I know that's up in the air, but that's always so wonderful, especially when we have that beautiful chateau outside and everything. It's so wonderful. So you probably need auction items for that.
We do. Yeah, we need auction items for that. So we already have some beautiful things like jewelry and things like that, but we're always looking for unique items for.
So if people want to donate some things and help the ballet in that regard, they can call you, they can donate things, bring it by the office.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And again, that phone number is 378-3967, right, to call the Kingsport Ballet. And of course, you know, my girlfriends and I, we will make you a couple baskets. You just have to remind me when you need those.
Yeah.
So when do you need the auction items by?
So the online auction is from May 1 through May 8th. So just anytime before then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anytime before that.
Yeah.
You don't need too much time ahead of that to get them ready.
Right.
Okay, well, let's mention again Coppelia, April 16 and 17. It'll be at the Niswonger Performing Arts Center. Tickets 423-378-3967. KingsportBallet@gmail.com. You can Google Kingsport Ballet. You can find anything you need right there. You find it all right there. So we have Coppelia coming up, Ballet and Bubbly, at least the virtual silent auction. And this is a good fundraiser for you guys, isn't it?
We hope so.
Yeah, I mean, you did pretty good last year, didn't you, with the virtual? Didn't you do it virtual last year?
We did. Last year, we had to cancel it. Last year,
you did?
Yeah. I mean, what we had was virtual. It was, we did a not Ballet and Bubbly, not fundraiser online. So, yeah, we raised about $5,000, which is really not bad for not being able to have.
But you'd like to do much better than that this year, so let's hope we can do that. Okay, so remember, Ballet and Bubbly, the virtual silent auction, but go to Kingsport Ballet, to the site. You have a Facebook page, don't you?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and you can find all the information you need about Ballet and Bubbly and get on that auction. Let's help raise money for the ballet, and let's all go to Coppelia. That sounds like a wonderful show, and let's get out there and support Kingsport Ballet once again and have a wonderful time too. Bertina, thank you for being here today. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me, Linda.
Oh, you're welcome. And we'll be back with more of A Closer Look.